Hello friends, so in this video let's discuss the last treatments, the last leg of cosmetic treatments, that is cystine, keratin, Brazilian Botox, straightening and curl. I am trying to club all these together because according to me the concept behind these treatments is one and the same. We are trying to achieve a change in our hair structure. We are trying to achieve that is artificial, which is not original. You're trying to achieve a desired look. You're trying to change in straightening from wavy and curls to straight, in curling from straight to curls, in keratin, cystine, and Brazilian Botox, from dry, lusterless hair to smooth, shiny, silky hair. So here we are inducing a permanent change in the hair structure. We want to have we want to get a desired look which your body has not given you. Originally your body has not given you. So how do we achieve this? Whatever look or whatever treatment you want, accordingly the products are applied, and then heat in the form of straightening or curler is used to induce this change. So why is heat important? Heat is what helps in opening of the hair bonds and then closure of the hair bonds. It helps in better penetration of the products so that the products can achieve the desired change. If heat is not proper, you won't get the desired result even if you're using best of the best products. Exception to this is chemical straightening, where only chemicals are used, no heat is used. So here the chemicals play a role in causing the change. What are the advantages of these treatments? Your hair undergoes a transformation. You get a desired look. Your hair looks smoother, silkier, easily manageable. You get the desired look. You are happy about it. The results are wow. But along with this, there are disadvantages to it, and let's understand what are these. One of the most common disadvantages is hair fall. Patients complain about hair fall, not immediately, but after 2 or 3 months of these treatments. So what causes hair fall? It is basically the heat that is used in the straightener or the curler, or the chemical that is used in the chemical straightening is what destroys the hair follicles. Because of this destruction, there is either thinning or there is complete reduction, or there is either thinning of the hair or there is reduction in the number of the hair follicles, because of which you experience reduction in volume, thinning, and scalp is visible. Second, these treatment needs to be done again and again because whatever hair is there above the scalp will be treated. Whatever new hair you're going to get, they are going to be original. So to maintain that look, you need to do these treatments again and again, maybe every 2 months or 3 months. So the repetitive exposure to heat can also destroy the hair shaft. It can cause thinning and it can cause easy breakage. Now, even after these disadvantages, we still want to opt for these treatments because the results are good, and medically we do not have much to offer when patients want this structural change. So what are the steps that we can take so that we minimize the effect of these treatments on our hair? One, whenever you're using a straightener or a curler, see to it that you're not very close to the scalp. Try and maintain a distance from the scalp so that the effect of the heat on your scalp is minimized. Second, do not do it very frequently so you are reducing the damage to the hair. Functionally, once in a while when you're doing it, it's okay, but then do keep in your mind that you might experience hair fall and then you might need some treatment. Third, what I advise to my patients, if they really want to do these treatments and they are under my treatment or they come to us before going in for these treatments, is you can start some supplementation along with these treatments so that the inflammatory change that is there in the hair follicles is minimized or is reduced. The supplementation will help in at least tackling the hair fall at the earliest and reducing the effect. I'm not saying that this is a guaranteed result, but yes, this might help. Third, if you start experiencing hair fall, maybe PRP along with supplementations at that earlier stage would help you get better results in the long run. If you feel that your patient or your friend keeps on doing these treatments and he or she doesn't experience this kind of a hair fall, but why do I? There is no reason to it. It is basically genetic. Because he or she has good genetics, so even after n number of treatments, her density or his volume has not gone down. But if you start experiencing, avoid these treatments as much as possible. I hope you have understood how these treatments play a role in hair. In the next video I will be discussing about blood investigations that your doctor would generally advise when you complain about hair fall, as to why these investigations are advised. I hope you like this video. Do share, do subscribe. Thank you.